Hey everybody. Okay, so this is a video about how to set up your own OBS on Ubuntu. In this case, we're talking 22.10, but obviously anything 2004 and up, that will work. So first, we're in OBS project, as you can see here, and you're only gonna do this lines on the terminal. So you open the terminal, anything that's 2004 plus, just run each of these lines in the terminal, and voila, you got OBS installed. Yay! That's the first step. Second, we need to configure the sources. So the source that I use here, let me show you here. Okay, so we're not using the pipe wire source. We're using the XSHM, this one here, because the pipe wire, for some reason, it wasn't recording, at least in my case. So we're using that one. Then we go to settings, we go to output. I set up the whole advanced option here. You can see all my setup. Okay, you can see my full setup here. For quality, in this case, remember I'm doing 4K, so this is why I set it up like this. I'm using the Nvidia H264 because it's the only one that's showing. It's not showing AV1 yet. And you can see my setup here for the recording. Yeah, look at that baby there. Do note that I'm using MKV because if the recording fails, at least I get what was recorded up to that point. If I do MP4 and it fails, the whole thing breaks. I'm using 320 here for the audio, so at least you saw my everything there. And for here, I'm not downscaling anything. I'm just doing 4K, full 4K in my case. Okay, this is the main service, the main OBS. So just in case, here are the stats, everything, the settings and all that. I'm following all the recommendations from YouTube because I'm pointing, or that my target is YouTube. Okay, so here you can see everything that's matching against what YouTube is recommending. You can see the bandwidth, you can see everything here. Okay, even the color space, they've been thorough here, so that's good. But I was basing everything on their recommendations. So I'm not guessing, I'm just putting everything what they have there. If you're gonna be using NDI, then type OBS NDI, and you're gonna look for a specific GitHub, this one, Palakis. I got the 4.10, that's the one that I'm using. So you go here to releases, again, Palaki. Or you can just type OBS NDI there, and just download the .dev file, install that baby. Okay, once you have installed it, you open, you gotta have OBS closed. You open it again, and you should be able to see this option here. You set up a name for it, so you click here, main, and then you set up the name, and that's all that you gotta do on the main server. Okay, on the main one here. Once you're done setting up the main one, then we jump to the other one. Oh, I forgot about this. The Nvidia drivers, obviously. So let's go to the Nvidia drivers. The one that I'm using is the Nvidia PPA. So again, I always use this one because it's already being tested. Just run these two lines and you're done. Here, for example, I'm in 20.10, which is kinetic. And you can see that I'm using 525.60. Okay. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Let me show you how you install it in the case you don't have it yet. You open that baby there. You open this one, software and updates. Go to additional drivers. That's what I did. I installed it actually from the terminal, but you can do it through here. Just click this one and it will install the whole thing for you. Everything that's needed for that. Okay, so now we're going to be recording this whole thing so you can understand how the NDI flow goes about. So on the main server, we select NDI output settings, assuming we already have it there. You enable the main output, you put the name there, you save it. Remember that when you do a change here, you gotta close OBS and then open it again. Every time you do an NDI change, you gotta close OBS and open it again. On the client one, the one that's going to be encoding here, we see the source name. It actually pops up automatically there. You can select it, and you can see that I'm seeing the main server. But you see this empty space here, that empty weird space there. That's because the encoding computer, it's 1920 by 1080. It's not 4K. So what I do is the following. You go here to NVIDIA settings, and you open NVIDIA settings, and you're gonna do this trick, okay? You force it to go 4K. It's not a 4K monitor, but you force it to go 4K, and voila, now we're 4K. Why are we forcing it? Because the NDI needs to match the same resolution between both devices, the one that has the game running and the one that's encoding the game. So I got a video, and now before I wasn't able to change this to 4K. Now I am able to change it to 4K. So I'll just do both of them like that. There we go. It's difficult for me, holding the phone and doing everything here. Okay, so there we go. Now we got 4K on a monitor that's not supposed to be 4K. You can see that I'm moving this, and it's actually this screen. I'm gonna open here Steam, and while it's doing that, do note that because of the video card that I have, it might look like rendering with using NDI. It doesn't give any advantages, but that's just a BS because my computer is, let's say, too powerful. So it gives you that idea, but it's not. This actually helps a lot of people that have old computers or old technology, or don't want the struggles of running OBS encoding on the same computer as they're playing. Here, what I'm showing you is the ability. Again, the ability. A lot of people don't know this with the Nvidia settings, or I don't know if in Windows or Mac you're able to do this, but you can see that on this monitor, which is a really old monitor, it's from 2012. I'm only able to get to 1080. You can actually scale this even, really huge sizes. I was actually able to get to 8K. I don't want to do 8K again. It's just that do note that the DPI, the dots per inch, they get weird. Okay, so obviously you are at that resolution, and games can actually detect that resolution. It's just that for you to be able to click something or to actually see it properly, it's, especially in the desktop, things just go crazy. So here we're using 4K. Okay, we're using not obviously not perfect 4K, but we're using one of the 4K confirmed aspect ratios and resolutions. And if I come here, for example, you can see that OBS, again, as you saw previously, it's able to see that. Oh, wow, you're in 4K. Okay, nice and neat. Yeah, 4K. Oh, nice and beautiful and blah blah blah. Let's actually test this out on an actual game. Okay, so I'm gonna run Portal because the other ones, they take too long to load. Okay, so it's running the Vulkan rendering shaders thingamajig that always pops up every time I'm doing a recording. Oh my god, why? Okay, so anyway, let's wait for this puppy to finish, and you'll be able to see that Portal actually detects the resolution, the 4K resolution here. Okay. Okay, now click on options, videos, and voila, and even says native. Yeah, right. But okay, 16:9, and you get that resolution. So now we're gonna do another test. A freaky test, but it's gonna be another test. Let me get the calculator here, because between holding the phone and calculating stuff, no, dude, this is not swordfish. I would probably die here. So okay, so we got 7,680 by, and let's just multiply, should be, let me see, 4,320, I think. Let me give me a second. Let me give me a second. The phone is very heavy. Jeez. Okay, let me just calculate this here. I thought it was 4. Yeah, okay, 4,320. Okay, so that's like the perfect 8K. Okay, let's run that one, and this is what I mean. So everything the dots per inch kind of thing, that's what I'm talking about. You literally can see the dots now. Okay, but when you, and this is 8K, you can see the dash icons here in Ubuntu. You gotta like zoom in a lot, and you can't even tell what they are. Okay, so let's click on this supposedly button that says play, and I'm only guessing because it's green. That's how huge this thing is. And okay, let's wait. There we go. Go to options. You look at the mouse. Look at the mouse. How small it is. The cursor there. Okay, and then we got native 8K. Okay, 16:9 there. You could actually change it to another type of aspect ratio, but it will look weird. The desktop. I mean, even more weird than this because I can't even see anything. So yeah, and if you go to OBS, it will detect that there it supposedly says 8K, supposedly. But you get the idea. You get the idea that you're able to modify the resolution. If you have, at least here, if you have Nvidia, or I'm guessing if, in general, if you have Linux, you're able to do that. I don't know if in Windows this works. It's not upscaling. This is not upscaling or downscaling. This is just scaling the resolution. That's it. Let me put the 1920 here. There we go. Like, and when I say upscaling and downscaling, I mean the methods in which those technologies are used. So I hope you liked the video, and now you know how to install OBS, configure OBS, and even configure NDI for your gaming recordings on Linux. Thank you.